Hey everyone, Matt Clark here. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, testing out my Xiaomi Mijia 360 camera that I just got the other day. Hopefully upload this and do it as a bit of a test run for my footage for the barbecue tomorrow. Microphones are on the top, so I'm not sure if I'm speaking loud enough. Yeah, good fun, good times, technology, hey? Hopefully if I've done this right, I'm walking on a small planet, which is a great funny effect. I was watching Ben Claremont, Life in 360 YouTube channel. I'll put the links in the description there. He's got Instagram as well. Really funny, really cool way, creative way of using the 360 technology without requiring the viewer to wear the headset. So just thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. Kind of breaks my heart to come to this conclusion. I've been a Bitcoin fan for a long time now, but I keep wondering about where we're all heading from here in the crypto space. I've been sort of watching it since it was $10 in late 2012, and I've been a fan for pretty much since then. It's I don't think there are any threats, any traditional threats that can take down Bitcoin, any governments or any banks. I've never been able to see any way they can do it. But altcoins, that's I mean, for a long time Bitcoin was I guess I figure there were two key points that I assumed would keep Bitcoin at the top of the pile. The first was that any hashing power, any altcoin that started to threaten Bitcoin, it'd be very simple for an hour for just one mining pool to just direct their hashing power at the new altcoin and just completely vandalize the blockchain. But obviously with designated proof of stake and other different proof of burn, other different mining techniques apart from proof of work, I think Bitcoin's kind of lost that ability to just sort of turn around and knock on the head any competitors. So that's sort of gone by the wayside. The other way I just assumed that Bitcoin would always be able to stay on top was that anything cool, any good, new, any exciting developments would be, I guess, incorporated into Bitcoin. If somebody comes up with a new idea for an altcoin and it's got key features A, B and C, well, the miners just need to get together and the nodes just need to get together and the exchanges, and it'll say, well, this is for the best, let's incorporate it. But the practice has just been abysmal. There's hard fork after hard fork, contention and strife, and it's this, it's kind of hard to. I have been watching and learning and studying Bitcoin to the best of my admittedly layman's abilities. I'm no cryptographer, although that'll always be an aspiration. Despite that, despite knowing what I know, the hard forks have been tremendously difficult for me. I mean, I don't have a great deal of Bitcoin, but it's a substantial amount for me and my family. We're not particularly wealthy people. And these hard forks, they're terrifying. What's going to happen, not just to the price, but am I going to lose my coins, move to a paper wallet? Is my online wallet, are they going to honour the new fork, the new altcoin? It's compared to something like Steam or any other altcoin that might come along, it's going to be hard to justify the idea that Bitcoin's going to continue on indefinitely. I was always a maximalist. I always thought, look, 100 years from now, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million each, $10 million each, and it'll all be all we use. But I just can't see how. I can't see any way that's still true. Heartbreaking, I know. However, the advantages of alts are brilliant. I mean, with governments, you can move from one alt to another. It makes tracking, who has wealth where, so much more difficult. Different SMTs, for example, fit for purpose, whatever currency best suits a particular application. We can go that way with alts. I'll just switch hands here. Got to get a selfie stick, perhaps. But just comparing Steam with Bitcoin, you know, 3-second block generations as opposed to 10 minutes. Recently I moved, just before this spike, I moved quite a lot of Bitcoin into Steam, and it took 15 hours. And that was with the blockchain wallet's, you know, standard transaction fee. So how does that compare to 3 seconds? You know, I sent some $5 each to some Americans to try crumpets, and bam, it's there, 5 SPD, bam, straight away, 3 seconds. I think the advantages are immense compared to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the primary, it's the target. It's going to get attacked, I guess, the most by anyone trying to maintain the status quo. And the way they seem to be doing that is to hit exchanges. You know, you can't buy Bitcoin without this. You need this license, know your customer, all that type of thing. All the new people getting into this, they can jump through all those hoops, or they can just try a slightly different social media site. They're already familiar with that landscape. Rather than having to buy it, jumping through those hoops, buy it with fiat currency, they can simply blog. Any following you have, any techniques you have, any popularity you have, just shift that across into Steam at busy.org or any other way of accessing the Steam blockchain. And you don't need to jump through whatever hoop, you don't need to identify yourself. So that's one big reason I think that onboarding wise, Steam is miles ahead of Bitcoin. Another one is I've been really scared that my Bitcoin's going to get stolen. Again, not crazy skilled in the tech world. I've followed the best techniques I can manage, but so many people tell stories of, oh, I moved it to here and then bam, so I just watched it go, it just vanished. 10 minutes later it was gone, there was nothing I could do. It's terrifying. Locked into the Steam blockchain with a week-long, you know, minimum of a week before you lose anything. That's incredible. That's such a selling point. Because anyone who's spoken to me about Bitcoin has said, okay, first off, how do I buy them? Well, you know, Steam, you don't have to. And secondly, how do I stop people from stealing them? Again, we've got the advantage here, and this is just one altcoin. There are so many others out there. It's a real shame to I guess lose the faith in Bitcoin a bit. I still love it, and I love what it's led to. I love the blockchain world that it's given us, but it's I don't know how much further the current momentum will take the price. I sort of thought I'd hit the top around that sort of $4,500 US, and now it's $8,000 US, something along those lines, 7.5, something like that. So obviously, you know, I mistimed the top, but I can't imagine that it's anything but momentum taking it higher now. I don't know it's going to be a thing, anything more than an oddity 100 years from now. Anyway, we'll consider this a test of the camera. Thanks for watching. I'll throw a link to Ben's stuff in the comments. He's actually really good. I'm thinking he's an Australian in Sydney, and he's trying to build a following. He's quite creative and clever and tech savvy. I might actually link him in and try and alert him and recruit him. Doing that with Milo Yiannopoulos, and I know others are doing it with other fairly high profile people. So yeah, look, if you're in Adelaide, I'll see you at the barbecue tomorrow, hopefully. Otherwise, yeah, steam on.